right, guys, so today we are going to talk about equations of parabolas, and we have done parabolas before. However, we're going to look at them in a different context in terms of conic sections. And so I'm going to present to you two different equations for parabolas. One of them should be a little bit more familiar with, and then the other one is kind of a spin on that. So first one, the vertex we've talked about before is h comma k. Another common terminology that we have talked about is, I'm going to write it in red just so that I keep it, I'll draw it in red when we draw the graphs. Axis of symmetry. Okay, and that's the line that cuts through the vertex of the parabola to create a symmetric graph. So the first equation is x minus h squared equals 4p y minus k. All right, and this equation is for parabolas that are either opening up or opening down, where we have our vertex h comma k. All right, so we have our vertex h comma k. Then we have our axis of symmetry. Let's hope I can do this. That cuts right through my equation. All right, so it creates a symmetric picture. So then we've got something where it's called the focus. Okay, so the focus is inside of the parabola. So the focus is inside of the parabola, and it's actually going to lie on the axis of symmetry, and it will be p units away from the vertex. So my focus would be inside. My focus would be inside. And now that is p units away. So from here to there is p units away. Okay? So the distance from your vertex to the focus is p, and that is right there in your equation. Okay? So now just a little bit of an add-on. P is positive if the graph is opening up. P is negative if the graph is opening down. So you would go up p units or down. That's why it's negative p units away. All right. So then, kind of keeping that in mind, we're going to look at a second equation, and that is y minus k squared equals 4p x minus h. All right, so now those equations are actually, since it's the y that's being squared, it's going to be opening horizontally, either to the right or to the left, where I'm going to rewrite that one because that one looks a little weird. That's better. All right, where, I missed my vertex completely there. All right, let's see if I can get that. There's my vertex, and there's my vertex, my h comma k. So it's the same idea. My h comma k is my vertex, and then my axis of symmetry is going to cut through the center of the parabola through my vertex. Okay, And P, my focus, which is P units away, it's going to be inside my focus. My focus point is inside of my parabola, which is P units away. That's P units away. All right, so if it's opening to the right, my P is positive. If it's opening to the left, my P is negative. Okay, so I'm probably going to reference this a couple of times just so that we kind of have that. Ooh, drawing random marks all over my graph. All right, so now the last topic that we need to talk about is a terminology called the directrix. So we'll do the directrix in gold. So the directrix is going to be the line where all points are going to be equidistant to from the focus to the directrix, from their focus to your parabola and from the parabola to the directrix. Basically, your directrix is going to create a perpendicular line that is P units away from your vertex. Okay, so from your vertex to your directrix, that's also P units away. So from your focus, from your vertex, it's P units away. From your vertex to your directrix is going to be P units away. All right, so we got a lot going on here. So we're going to kind of tackle it and take these step by step just so that we get a better idea of how do we figure out what the equations are in the next set of notes.